Okay, you have the controls.
Controls.
Heading select, and I'll lead you into the hole.
Yeah.
So we'll be now doing a left turn at 15 degrees. Heading to 210.
Yeah.
Please note that the auto throttle is off, so you have the controls. Okay, so what I'm doing is setting the thrust and one limit to max continuous, and this will give us actually the same amount as climb, 90.2%, 90.2 for max continuous. We have that here, continuous. That's good. And now I take the lofty quick reference handbook, which every plane has, and it is full of stuff that if something happens in case of, you have to read the book. So it's called the book. Let me help you there. You have the map. You have the holding on the map, right? So I'm leading you into the hole at right about here, 183. Okay?
Yeah. Check.
Okay. What happened is that we had an engine fire. It's now extinguished, and we're in normal flight. Just watch the speed and watch the altitude and watch the heading and watch everything.
Slow down a little bit.
Okay. What speed do you want?
220.
220. 220. Set. And here we have everything connected with engines and fires is 8. So we go to 8. And then we look for engine fire or engine severe damage or separation. So we have engine fire 8.2. We go to 8.2, and it's one of the longest checklists. So engine fire or engine severe, one or more of these occur. Engine fire warning, engine separation, airframe vibrations. So auto throttle is disengaged. Auto throttle disengaged. Thrust lever confirm close. We have that. Engine start lever confirm cutoff. We've done that. Engine start switch confirm pull. We have that. So this is everything we did already. You have the controls. You have the heading.
Yeah.
So, or I can turn on the LNAV, and we can try with LNAV. Okay. Yep. So we continue. And if the engine fire switch or engine overheat light is illuminated, not illuminated. So this is all good. Choose one. High airframe vibration occurs and continues after the engine is shut down. Does not occur and does not continue after the engine is shut down. So we go to step 7, isolation valve switch close. Isolation valve is this one. We close it, so the fumes and the smoke from the engine will not go to the cabin and to the passengers and to the pilots. Pack switch affected side off, right side off for the same reason. APU bleeds air switch is off, We continue. Choose one. APU is available for start or not available. APU would not be available for start if we would be above flight level 230, flight level 210. So if we'll be at cruise altitude, the APU would not start. We would not use it, but now we can use it. So APU start. And when APU is running, APU generator switch affected side on. So wait for the APU to start it. Perry is keeping the plane in level flight at speed and is a master captain. So the APU is starting. The passengers are not streaming. That's good. And rising. It's rising. It's stopped. Okay, APU generator available. So right side on. Balance fuel is needed. This means that we have to turn on the cross speed, and then it will balance the taking of the fuel from both tanks. Isolation valve switch after the engine fire has been extinguished back to auto. Okay, back to auto. Plan to land at nearest suitable airport. Now for this, we'll be going back to Salzburg airport, and because we have runway 34 active with gusting winds, we'll be using circle to land ILS for runway 16 and then circle to land on runway 34 because that's the only approach that is available at Salzburg. On that runway we should be fun with one engine. What I suggest is we start the descent to 4,000 feet.
Yeah, it's at 4,000 feet altitude.
4,000 feet set and level change.
Level change. Good.
Level change. So we'll have to reduce the thrust a bit.
Yeah, we can reduce to 190 and we
okay,
can
so
select
speed 190
0.
Set.
Check.
Yep. Keep the flight director, reduce the thrust a bit to around 50%. Keep the rudder. Don't forget the rudder. Okay. So for landing, we'll do one engine in operative landing, and for that we'll go later on. Now we have to prepare for the approach. And to prepare for the approach, we have the LS set, and we have everything on here.
Flaps 5.
And speed check. I suggest flaps 1 for the beginning.
Alright, we'll go with flaps 1.
It will be hard to keep it. With flaps 5, we'll have to use high thrust.
Yeah. Used to the engine.
Right, with one engine. So let's keep on flaps 1 for now.
Yeah.
So final approach course 156. I have this big paper because Per has the glasses and I don't, so I have this big paper. 156. Is set on my side. 156 is set on Per's side, and the airport elevation 1410. We have the same. Okay. What's that? One pressure on the right engine. Shall be descent. Okay, that's normal. I'll set it because we're descending not on schedule. We climbed to 6,000, now going back to the landing altitude. I'm setting this on standby, and we'll have to do it manually.
I will set vertical speed.
Okay.
So I'm setting -700.
Okay, so we have the ILS set, and we'll continue according to ILS until we descend to 2,600 feet, and then we'll have this awesome approach between the mountains at 800 meters above the ground with one engine and crosswinds and gusting winds and stuff. So this will be
it will be tricky.
It will be interesting and tricky and dangerous. And so okay, approach, no, descent checklist. We still have to do all the checklist, disregarding that we have one engine operative. We still have to do that. So pressurization is for me cabin altitude 1,440 feet and landing altitude 1,440 feet is set. Recall checked. We have master caution because we don't have one engine. That's normal. Resetting. Auto brake.
Set it
level 2.
2, yeah.
Okay. Landing data. Okay. For that we go back to FMC. With one engine in operative, we'll do flaps 15 landing. So VRF is 149 and minimum is 2,550 feet according to the chart. an approach briefing. So we'll do one engine in operative landing. You'll be the pilot flying. We have 10 kilometers visibility, but the wind's at 300 at 10 knots or 13 knots, gusting to 23 knots.
Yeah.
We'll have to be very careful on approach for that. And one engine in operative landing is 726. One engine in operative landing, 726. In the training manuals, this page and the engine fire page is usually very loose, because this is what the pilots usually do when they're in the simulator and training. They use it the most. One engine in operative landing, plan of flaps 15 landing, set rear at 15. We have that. No normal configuration, landing distance table, Salzburg is enough, we checked that. Maintain rear F15 plus wind additive on final approach. So we'll do 155 for the final approach. Engine anti-ice is not needed. Checklist complete, except deferred items. And deferred items, pressurization is set, recall is checked, auto brake level 2, landing data ref is 149, minimums 2550. Approach briefing is complete.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So we'll do no engine bleed landing. And so we'll have more thrust. When below 10,000, wind anti-ice is off. Isolation valve switch is close. It's close. Bleed 1 air switch. This one off. No bleeds. And APU on, left back switch, auto, bleed 2 is off. Okay. Go around review. Do the normal go around procedure except use flaps 1. So we would use flaps 15 in normal go around, so here we use flaps 1.
Yes.
Maintain rear F15 plus 5 knots until reaching flap retraction altitude. Limit bank angle to 15 degrees when airspeed is less than rear F15 plus 15 knots. Accelerate to flaps 1 maneuvering speed before flap retraction. So essentially we speed up and then do everything else.
Yeah.
Approach checklist. So at 4,000, this is transition at level altimeter 1010. Set yours to 1010 as well.
1010.
Additional deferred item, ground proximity flap inhibit switch. This one. This switch will prevent the flap warning going off at flaps 15. And we have the landing checklist. Okay. So this we completed. Let's now turn towards the approach. So let's let per rest a minute. My controls.
Your controls.
My controls. Okay. So now let's go onto the LS, and then when we start the descent, I'll give you back the controls. Okay?
Yep.
So let me see the full view. Okay. Heading 210, please.
Heading 210 set.
Checked, and we're turning to the left. Back towards the Salzburg VOR. Let's increase the bank angle a bit. And heading 180.
180 set.
So we're turning back to runway 16 initially, and so we have everything set up for runway 16. We do approach like we would normally do for runway 16. And arm VOR localizer, please.
VOR localizer armed.
Okay, thank you.
It's very gusty today.
Yeah. and it's throwing the plane all around. So 180, rolling off. And you cannot really feel that in the video, but with one engine off, the flight director shows anything but the correct flight path. So it's actually kind of tricky to keep it on the heading most of the time.
So when we reach Sierra Bravo Golf, we will direct to Oscar Echo Sierra.
We should catch the localizer pretty soon. The localizer is now live.
Yeah.
So we will catch the localizer, then the glide slope, just then continue on the glide slope until Sierra India NDB.
Yeah. Then 130.
So board lock is now green.
Yeah.
Turning over to the localizer. So arm the approach, please.
Approach armed.
Approach arm. We're still 13.6 miles out from the runway, so we'll still keep the speed relatively high. But the flight director is showing nonsense. You can see that if we can zoom in, the flight director is showing me to turn to the right, but the glide slope is on the left side, and that is because without the thrust from one engine, the 737 Classic computer cannot really calculate the correct angles to show on the flight director. It doesn't understand what's happening with the thrust. So you have to be very careful when maintaining the plane on the flight director. Okay, glide slope is alive.
Yeah.
Please set speed 170.
170 set. I'm aligning the heading bug with the
with the runway heading. And glide slope captured. So now we're starting descent. Please set altitude 2,600. 2,600 will be our minimum altitude at which we'll keep the plane until we finish the circle to land maneuver. Flaps 5, please.
Speed check, flaps 5. Speed brakes?
Yeah. And the speed is a bit too high.
Yeah.
Gear down.
Gear down. You want me to run the speed brakes a bit?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll still have.
You want speed brakes?
No, because we have the tailwind.
Yeah.
And it's just better to keep it at that one. Set speed 155, please.
155 set.
And 2,600, so I'm leveling the plane off. And we see the runway. You have the controls.
I controls, I see the runway.
Yeah, keep the throttle. So altitude hold. And okay, go 2,600.
Yeah.
I'm setting the flaps 15, okay? Increase the thrust.
Yep.
Flaps 15. Okay, we passed the NDB.
So we're heading 130.
130. 120 initially. So do a quick turn, watch the speed, watch the altitude.
Light slope.
That's okay. Flight director off, watch the heading. You have to turn left more.
Correcting.
And 130. Yeah. Okay, landing checklist. Engine start, switch operating engine, continuous. Landing gear is down, speed brake is armed, flaps 15, green light, thrust levers. Okay. Landing checklist is complete. Okay, we continue like that. Runway is on the right.
Yeah.
So according to the chart, heading, what's the heading? Heading 150, we should get 130.
Yeah, 150.
Turn left more.
Ah, we set 150.
Now we're at 150, we should get 130.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the mountain on that side.
Yeah, you see?
We have the mountain on the other side. And we're at 1,000 feet above the ground. So good, and
Good, yeah.
and okay, let's do the right turn onto the runway.
Starting right turn.
Yep.
Heading 336.
So heading initially 300. We don't have the flight director, putting it back on. Heading select.
Bank angle.
What's the bank
Bank
angle?
angle. Bank angle.
Okay. And vertical speed about 700. So vertical speed. Vertical speed. It's
Flaps
putting in-
yeah, 15 is set.
No, flaps
Yeah.
15 is all good. Yeah. Vertical speed around 700. Yep. So watch the mountain,
Yeah.
and you see the runway.
Should see the runway. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah.
Quite
Lights.
good.
Yeah, quite good. All right, perfect. Watch the speed. And after landing, no reverse thrust.
No reverse.
We'll stop without reverse thrust.
Yeah.
Okay, right turn. Right
Speed
turn.
correcting. I'll turn this off.
Don't reduce the thrust too much. It will be longer to keep it up,
Yeah.
go up, or when we should go around or something. So let's just leave it at that. We'll slow down. We'll be above the runway.
Yeah.
Okay. So keep it level. Watch the vertical speed. Watch the rudder.
Yeah.
Right more.
Minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
Landing.
100. 50. 30.
Right rudder.
No reverse on the brakes.
No reverse on the brakes. Manual brakes.
Manual brakes.
And let's slow down to around 40 knots. Off brakes,
Off
brake
brakes.
controls,
Rear controls.
and we continue without braking and looking for a way to get off the runway without increasing the thrust. So no warnings, engine is good enough.
Yeah.
Auto brake, yeah, speed brake off. We have the APU on, so after stopping we will not taxi but turn off the remaining engine
Yeah. Just turn off.
and wait for the emergency services. So we're turning off.
It's transponder off.
clear of runway. Stopping here. Parking brake on. Engine 1 off.
And no evacuation needed, of course.
Yeah, no fire. All good.
Everything looks good. Yeah.
Okay, so this was landing with one engine, circling approach in Salzburg with gusting winds. If you think that we could have added something else to the mix, please let us know in the comments. We'll do it next time. And yeah, you can actually challenge us to do something that would actually happen in real life, of course. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll be looking in the comments for ideas for next videos. We will continue with type ratings or learn the type rating as well on 737 and 1820 accordingly. And then see you next time.
See you.
Bye.